Hey girl, so we need to take a peek at what's going on here. Lots of stuff. Your lights are on, but you're not home. Your mind is not your own. That's a lot of what's going on here. So whether it applies to the family, the friends, or joy of the world, or just me, I don't know, but I'm here to take a peek. These cards have been sitting out getting warmed up from the Mary L. So showing us the way home here in the Five of Discs. Here it's choosing to focus on where you can go from here as opposed to what has happened in the past and how you've been left out. I love it. Take a look at him. Yes, you've been bitten, but that was only one tiny little bit. There's so much more, and you've grown strong because of it, not an external strength. It was a strength that was in you all along. So many of us maybe haven't been told or didn't recognize that we helped craft and create who and how we are and wanted to be in this lifetime. And we did it on the other side when we didn't have to experience the feelings and emotions of what it would be like here. And having to go through it has been very real. Being human has been a challenge. Basically because not knowing how to separate the wheat from the chaff, the thing of nourishment, of contribution to your future and in your life, and of sustenance in this moment, and what was something that protected it to get it here, that was the vessel through which it traveled, like the boat, stepping out of the boat and onto the shore. So how do they want us to do that here? Well, underneath is, oh, interesting, the Strength card. So that's funny because they're sitting like this. Yes. So as you can see, y'all's strength is in y'all private parts because that's a pair of thighs right there. And this is rising up between. So it's letting us know a lot of your answer has to do with the sacral chakra, your personal power. I know the red chakra is the one that tends to be seen as your power, but that's your power source. That's your origin. But to me, the sacral chakra is where we begin to live it out, where we begin to base our decisions and conduct our movement from, our thinking from, our change in life, that type of thing. So down beneath it, the rune cards, the big runes, we got Re. Re is coming up on in here. And that means to do again, to look again, to take again, all of the Re's, regeneration, resurrection, retrospect, respect. It's like ding, 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 ding. Baby! This is your self-respect. That's what you need to take from the Five of Pentacles and move forward, is your self-respect and moving into your personal power, your personal luck, your personal prosperity, because this really harkens strongly to Jupiterian energy and how Jupiter as a planet wants to be your big daddy, wants to bestow wisdom into your life, earthly wisdom, cosmic wisdom, self-control, and not just self-control on the, here's how we contain ourselves and behave and walk in virtue. No, it's also creative essence. It's how to get into the DNA of your spiritual essence of who you are, like to catalyze, to be a catalyst, and how to spark forth your life. So that's what Re is jigging up here is this top card apparently. And it says reconciliation and regeneration. And the reconciliation is really just reconciling that you need self-respect. It's when difficulty has happened and things have been done to you, you also have a role in it, in yourself of how you react or respond more, right? And it's really just time to take that self-respect here. To give yourself a breath, the opportunity, the clean slate. Like when you do that, more than a pause, it's like a gathering of yourself. And it affords you the power to move forward in that new energy. You know, you don't lose your place on the board. You don't have to go back to 1, 2, 3, 4. You're in the 5, you're going to move on to the 6. And you're like, I'll take the power. I'll take my own pinnacle, my own vote, and I'll put it together with these 5, and I'll support myself. I vote for me. That's what it's saying. And so coming in beneath the reconciliation and resonating with strength is crushed. Continuity counts. I see the encouragement to remain open, but move forward. So the continuity has to really do more like with your daily schedule, with where you see yourself going, what would add value to your day that takes you forward in that progress. So in order to do that, if you begin to look at those things, it'll become clear as to what should go and what should leave. Sometimes we look at the inverse. This is what should go, this is what should leave, so these good things can come in. How about we go ahead and invite the good in? We let the flow, the life, the nourishment. Like in order to exercise, you need fuel in your body, right? If you want your car to go, it needs gas. So this is kind of giving you that gas, letting you know to get on the page with yourself of not filling your days, but forming your days with pertinent and relevant habits, for lack of a better word of how to say that. Next row, next to the 5 of discs, coming alongside is the Page of Cups. And this has a restorative, regenerative aspect in it as well. It's like a change in wind, a change in pattern. I'm calming down, changing course. And I see it, you're changing course from what has gripped you, which would let me know that's things like fear, right? Worry, stress, anxiety, those type of things. And it's things that you saw lived out and patterned out from birth. You, in the world around you, whatever environment you grew up around and grew up in, the people you grew up around, that type of thing. And you're deciding, you know, that might be the direction my life has been taking, but that's not the way I want to go. I want to take this a different direction. I'm going to take all this energy and I'm going to begin to see where I can let it take me. Instead of letting it dominate, domineer, and control me, like dictate who I am and how my day goes and how my whole life is going to play out, I'm going to go against the wind. I'm going to change directions. And they're saying, watch what happens. Watch how the wind changes with you. You are the wind. Interesting. You are the wind, baby. So underneath the Page of Cups, we have the 4 of Wands. Here comes this surge. This is now that you're choosing the direction that aligns with who you are and your life purpose and your life meaning, not how you came in order to gain and activate those facets of yourself, but now that you are faceted, now that you are formed, letting that, crank the car, letting that power, that engine begin to power up and to move through, to circulate. So this sacral power is now uprising and moving up. I see this like moving up the central channel into your lungs, into your mind, into your brain, branching out into your body, into the pathways of life. So the rune that's going along with the Page of Cups is defense. Beneficial delay, stay neutral. Trying time, decide, be clear, right action. So a beneficial delay, stay neutral. See here, you're not demanding that the winds change. You're not demanding that the people, the places, the things that you've been through change. You're not exerting energy or effort or convincing or coercion on any of this that's going on in the world around you. You've just made a quiet redirection in your own life. And that's what this is the power to do, to redirect. And that, in a sense, is going neutral in that, like they said, watch the winds change with you. Because where your eyes go, the body will follow. Interesting. So be clear. And sometimes that clarity, sorry if y'all see me itching. A friend and I went on a moonlight bike ride here at the beach. And there were some winged creatures that were fierce. I mean, even though we're going like 15 miles an hour, they're just still getting us. It was crazy. So that's an aside there. But neutral can be a powerful choice. It can be a right action, because here you had already chosen your direction, and you're choosing to focus on choosing that direction as an individual and to walk forward in it almost silently is what I see. And so then that kicks on the pump of your sacral chakra. Your power source is coming up, empowering through your body, moving through the layers into wholeness. Look at this. These are both energy cards. Can you see that? That's directional. This is like charge going on. And in wholeness, the way, the I am, great power, retreat, regeneration, let the sunshine in. Well, that's wild, because now we're picking up the re. We're picking up the re that was over here on the first channel that we were going through. Let the sunshine in. So not just the wind, not just the force of the spirit to catch up with your quiet redirection, the level of your self-respect, to honor yourself and to listen to yourself and to take that time with yourself. Now that is your power rising up. And as we know, Leo strength, all that is very solar. So that's the sunshine coming in, is your personal power. That's what it's there for first and foremost. That's why we are supposed to have self-control rather than other control. Because the one thing, the one property, the one place we were given dominion over is ourself. Permission over is ourself. Authority over is ourself. And that's a lot of the energy they have me deal with here, is when we were raised, like those first 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, some 10, some 12 years, we had patterns playing out before us on a blank slate, on a blank canvas. And that's kind of where our dictionary of life came from. Maybe our definition of love or success or relationship or interaction among peers, that type of thing. And it left us in a confused state. And the time since is when we're beginning to find out what is true to us. What do we really believe if we stop all the noise, stop all the drama, stop the clock for a moment to take a closer look. Sorry, got something blocking me. Take a closer look at who and what we are and the life that we're crafting. And then let the sun shine through that. That's the beauty of it. It's kind of like zip this. Because I'll often talk about our throat chakra being a testament as an example, and not by what we speak, but knowing what we should do and begin to live it out and act it out. That becomes our voice. I love it. That's what we see here. Look, it's like a snorkel. It's like, even if the waters get deep, don't worry, you can still breathe. You won't drown anymore. Your chakras, your energy is so connected, because it's who you are, that it's moving up and is life preserving. No more struggle, no more fear, no more doubt, no more worry. I see those suck down like a backwash. If any of you have a pool, there comes a time that you have to make it go the opposite direction, to backwash, to suck at the opposite direction, then to cut it back on the correct flow. So you're like, no more backwash. No more of those heavy energies pulling me down and getting stuck in that cycle. I have the choice to flip that switch, to change directions, and to move into my flow. So next to that delicious Page of Cups, we have the High Priestess coming in. Now I love this because they showed it to me. I know it's going to seem odd, but y'all just roll with it. Maybe we'll find out what it's about. This is almost like looking up your own nose. Like if your toes, the top of your feet could look straight up to gain direction, you're beginning to recognize how much you do know, how bountiful you are, how beautiful you are, how rich and abundant you are, because they're your chakras. They're able to align and move all the way through, because this is your power, your energy, your truth, of your personality, of your essence. That's wild. Can you imagine that? Almost like the parts of our body, each of them having eyes, watching and checking in on each other. When it looks up, it's like this is the sky overhead. Like all eyes are on you. All eyes are on you. Ready to reward is what I hear. I'm going to We're going to get an angelarium on that. Oh, that's funny. Who's at the bottom? Malkuth, the kingdom. That's who's coming. We'll just let you jump on in, baby. And you got the sister card coming on in. Death. But look. Can you see all the eyes looking? All eyes. Breaking a cycle. Because what's wild is the cycle was a broken cycle. That's why the chakras couldn't move all the way up to give you that snorkel, to give you that breath of fresh air, irregardless of what you were going through. So it's all about perspective here. How do you see it? Do you see this as a golden opportunity? As a gift of life? Do you see it as a pronounced judgment and a punishment and something you have to do? Do you see this as a hand of help? People reaching out to give you an opportunity? Do you see conflict in the direction? Do you feel like fear is trying to grip or grab you or come after you? Or this is some essence of ancient, like karmic type energy? It's definitely being uprooted, is what I know. Or can you have all that cleared away? More noses, sorry, I'll clear it all away. Honestly, that's what I want to do. I just want to remove this out of my eyesight. It's blocking me. It's standing there as a distraction of the what if, or I wonder, or maybe, or this or that, or blah, blah. It's like mental noise. And y'all, just for a minute, just imagine, I gotta do it this way so y'all can see me. It's like it's here, stuck, clogging me through the eyes. All in my way. It's the fear of death covers everything. It blocks the way. So I just want to say, be gone. That's the cycle I'm going to break. It isn't even about extenuating circumstances, paths, roads in my life, choices, any of that. It is bar none, one choice. Death, get out of my way, get behind me because I choose life. That's it. You're not going to judge me. You're not going to this. You're not going to what if. Maybe it's a hand to help. Maybe it's the... No. Self-control. I choose life. I choose. Remember? The I am. And the way. Oh, the way. Great power. Regeneration. Let the sun shine in. Yeah, this cloud of dust. We blowing you out of here, sucker. Be gone. Be gone. Because beside it, in the Oracle of You, we have 36 witch. The magic you seek is inside of you. Let it flow. To me, that is the power of your permission, the power of your decision, the ability to command the mind to remember wherever you put your eyes, the rest will follow. You ain't putting your eyes on that. I'm not even picking you up because you're done. You're not even putting your eyes on that anymore. It's not an option. You know the way. And you've chosen the way of life because life is abundant. Life is resilient. Life always gives away, always makes a way. So that you don't have to think about the circumstances or the issues or whatever. All you have to do is set your mind and move through knowing that you were created and crafted for this and that you are the greater power here and that you're in divine conjunction with life itself, with this abundance that's looking down ready to bless you. You know, you're already filled with this breath, with this beauty, with this pure heart, with this truth. Okay, so... let's see what that is. Next to it, this one row has more clarification. We have harvest. It is a hand to hold. It's creating a circuit within yourself. At that moment, hugging yourself, comforting yourself, doing the things that make you feel at peace. And that's putting away that death mindset, putting away that fear, that threat, that I could be wrong or do it wrong, because it's almost like, you know, like some parental system looming over, watching and waiting for you to mess up so they can check it off or tear up your coupon or whatever it is. But instead, this is life looking over you. You are now the parent, and it's time to be a parent, time to be seen, time to be that witness that comes from more than just these lips. It comes from our testament of who we are. So, beneficial outcome, 1 year, cultivate, faded, patience, harvest of the self. Oh, you find like wine, baby, and here's looking like some pomegranate wine, and it's mighty fun, and there's a good harvest. There's plenty to make and to reap the benefits thereof. So don't you worry, okay? And along with it, connecting to the next tarot card is electric. Connection is key. So getting understanding of what is about to come in, the Two of Discs. So here, it's like you have chosen to blind yourself to your power and your might. There's strong Aries in this card. And Aries right now contains Chiron. And I think Mars may still be there. But Chiron is definitely there, and Aries indicates the first house of the primal chart, not necessarily your birth chart. So it's the discovering of the self, the reestablishment of the self, and the getting in with your truth, not just how you were raised, but who you are, and getting in that alignment. But I would say take a good look. The old path of doing it alone, going it alone, it's just, it's neither. Something between. You're saying the nose knows. The main thing I keep hearing them call from underneath those coins is rest, rest, rest. And if you think about that, that's a re. That's a re. And that's where strength comes from. Rest. They're telling you to close your eyes. You know, stop these worldly concerns. It has definitely marked you. And it has marked you in a way that needs to be washed away. Does that make sense? It's old. They're wanting to do something new. It's obvious you're wanting to do something new. I mean, look at you. Look at you. Because if we get on track with ourselves, everything else coming from that is going to be in line. You know, having the eyes, having the energy move up through us, no longer, you know, toying with death or you know, giving our power to another, or feeling left out in the cold, feeling controlled, feeling disappointed, but getting on with the power of today. Not the power of one day, the power of today. So, out beside that, we've got Malkuth coming in, the kingdom. He was at the bottom of the deck looking at us, saying, be head and shoulders above the rest. I hear, take it easy on me. Yeah. Say it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be hard. So with it hovering here like an orb, like a globe, like a, you know, those snow globes or glitter globes, it's what do you see? What do you see? And watch how just the power of your mind, it's beyond the eyes. It's the holding, what you behold holds you. Interesting. What you behold holds you. And remember, we've been through all this self-control, so choose what you behold. Choose what world you want to see. Because you can see this is formative, but it's also, you can tell it's been under powers of external forces destroying it some, bringing it down to base elements, but you have the opportunity to build it back up based on your magic, creative powers, of where you come from. But you have to hold that image in your mind. And you can see it's removed communication. It's removed this, right? And it wants us to begin to walk it out, to live it out, and to base how we live our actions right here. Our actions on this. Let this mind over matter, okay? Because it is the mind that matters. Now, going along with that High Priestess, we have partnership. Retain identity, higher self, equal freedom, equal source, and of all other gifts. So even with life, this is a message straight from life itself. This power, all this looking down on you from heaven, when it comes through, it's a good opportunity to be in dialogue with yourself of how you interplay and interact with it. Like Jupiter, remember in this first card, y'all, so many notices coming up. Jupiter here is giving us power and energy, but wants it to move through our body to become one with us and take its expression through us in the facet, the color, the design that we are, okay? We are the creators. We are the manifestors here. That's kind of what this partnership Gibo's talking about, is when that pomegranate, that those juicy bits begin to move through you. What puzzle, what picture are you going to make from it that's authentic to you? Life is wanting to see its elements come through your creative expression. That's beyond the magician. I don't know where that wizard card is, but I guess it comes back to this. Like we say W-I-T-C-H, it's like W-H-I-C-H. Which are you going to choose? Remember? Which? The old or the new? The new you? The you that divined and devised yourself? That knew there were going to be trials and tribulations and things to come about, but that's where you got your tools, your weaponry, your crafting, your creativity, those type of things, your fertilizer for your garden, and the things to be thankful for. Thankful that you came out of them, you came through them, that you were crafty enough to survive, that gifts and help came along to pull you out, pull you through, things like that. There's so much to think about. And they're saying, yeah, but think ahead. Remember from here, that focus, that forward thinking, that moving right along. I love the Muppets, y'all. Just like the Muppets, we're moving right along for the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Fa la la. Okay, so this rune says it's all coming together. So it could look like, something collapsing in, but what I see is that connection, the hands being held, this partnership. That as you took time to unplug and to disconnect from the systems that you had been involved in prior, that's what that 5 of disc was an opportunity to review it and to reinstate your thinking and to resurrect from that energy and to move forward in this new power. Now that you've had this time to take this evaluation, find out who you are, set your direction and your course, and you've rested and restored, and you've gotten that vision for your world, now that you know who you are and how you operate and what has value and quality to your life and meaning to your life is also what you're going to help contribute to the world, because you're that resource. Well, that's how it's all coming together. That's when the union, the hand-holding comes in. That could be business union, friendships, family, loved ones, that whole thing. So we could go on, but I feel it wants to hang in the air right here, that it wants to sit like that, to leave some pondering. Okay, so let's just go with it. Love you. Bye.